Hi Tech and Talk, welcome to C Sharp tutorial series. Today we are going to discuss ref keyword and we will use it with different examples. But first of all, to cover what is ref, we need to know the types of variables. So there are two types of variables. One are value types and other are reference types. All right, so value types means the value will be stored on stack and the reference type value will be stored on heap. Uh, Value type variables can not be updated from within any other method, but reference types can do. What I mean by that, let me give you an example. So let's say we have a variable here in this example. We can name it let's say inside that main method, let's name it int salary. Let's suppose this is 1000 and we want to use that variable from within a method. And let's say we have a method here at the bottom. We can name it public static void apply uh, tax. Let's assume we are applying tax on that salary, uh, and it takes an input as let we can name it as a salary. Let's assume we are applying uh, uh, salary minus let's say 10% of the salary, right? So it would be salary multiply by uh, 10 divided by 100. So we want to apply that tax on that salary, right? And we are again assigning that calculated salary to the salary variable. So if we now, first of all, if we write down that variable value on the console, it would be salary uh, this way, and let's apply that apply text function. Apply text, and we can pass salary as an input. And if we again print out the salary, so the value of the salary would not be reflected here on the salary variable because this is a value type, and if we pass a value type in a method, anything happen to that particular variable inside that method will not be reflected outside the scope of that method. That is a pass by value example, right? Let's run this for the first time and see the output. And we can now see that initially it was 1000 and after the application of the text it still is 1000. But what is the value of the salary variable inside that method? We can do uh, print that as well to double check what it shows on the console. So it eventually does is salary is equal to salary minus salary multiplied by okay, okay. Let's say we want to deduce 100 from that salary. Now if we show, now we can see that initially the value of the salary was 1000. Inside that method it was reduced to 900, and when again we print out the salary after application of the tax, it was still 1000, which means the changes inside that method which happen to the salary are not applied to the outer scope of this method, which is the variable salary here. In those situations where we want to reflect those changes on those variable outside the scope of those methods, we can use ref keyword while passing those variables to our methods. What we mean by that is just use ref keyword here, and in the method definition we can use ref keyword here as well. Now that value type variable will be passed as reference to the method. Now, initially, we expect that salary to be 1,000. Inside that method, it will be 900. And again, outside that method, we are still expecting that to be 900. Let's double check that. Let me just rerun this again. Control F5. Okay, now we can see that initially it was 1000, then it was 900, and after that it was still 900, which means any changes happen to the salary variable inside that method are also reflected here inside the global variable, right? So this is how ref keyword help us to track the changes and to update the changes into the variables, and will uh, make that value type variable as reference type while passing that to the particular method. So this is one example. We can apply ref keyword to complex types as well. What I mean by that, we know that there are two main complex types in C sharp. One is class and other one is struct. Class is already a reference type, which means we don't need to use ref keyword while passing the variable of a class. But the struct is a value type in nature. Value applied in on structs are not will not be reflected outside the scope of a method, which means we can use ref keyword while passing a struct variable to a method. Let's do implement that as an example as well. So let's say we want a struct of type, let's name it a person, and we can use name, um, value, and we can use, let's say, public, uh, and salary, get and set, right? So this is a struct now, and we know that by default the structs are value types in nature, right? So if we use the same mechanism here, which means let's create another method of, let's say it's a kind of overload method which takes a person struct, right? And person dot salary minus 100, and that would be person dot salary, and we want to write person dot salary on the console, right? And at the top here I want to declare a person variable, a person object, and I want to set person dot salary is equal to, let's assume 2000, and let's print out, let's print out the salary of that person. We can say the salary of the person is uh, person dot salary this way, and we can um, interpolate string by using dollar sign at the front of the string. So that is one thing. We initially print the salary of a person. Let's apply text to the person, and this time we apply text to the person object, and again we print the salary of that person at the end. All right, so let's run this program now and see the results. So results would not be any different. We can see that the initial salary was 2000. From inside that method it reduced to 1900, and again at the end it was still 2000, which means the changes in that value are not reflected outside the scope of that method. Make sense? So it will get reflected as soon as we will use a ref keyword along with that um, reference, and in also we need to use ref keyword in the definition of that method. So if now we again press Ctrl F5, we should see, which is we are seeing that 2001 initial, 1900 was from within that method, and at the end the salary in the global object was 1900. So this way we can apply ref keyword on the complex data types as well. So what if that struct was a class? Let's just simply replace that struct keyword with a class, and let's remove those ref keywords. We don't need ref keywords when we are passing the object of a class, right? Because class variables are all already a reference type, so we don't need ref keywords. So it's working as expected, right? So these are the different scenarios where we need ref keyword whenever we want to track the changes happened, and we want to reflect those changes from within the method to the outer scope of that method where the variable is declared. We need to use ref keyword, and those ref keyword will only be required whenever we are passing value types to the methods. For the reference types we don't need ref keyword. Another hint is that on the compile time out and ref keywords are same. This is a this could be a different complex statement, illogical statement at the time, but this is what it is, right? So what I mean by that is, let's say we have um, these two methods. Let's copy paste this one and try to overload this without keyword. You can now see that by nature the ref and out keywords are same on compile time. So we can see that cannot define a overloaded method that differs only on parameter modifiers out and ref, right? So the we can't overload a method on the basis of out and ref keywords, right? So this was one bonus point, bonus uh, point for the understanding. Okay, so that was all for the ref keyword. Let's use ref keyword whenever it's required. Normally, what we do, we take the uh, value from within a method, and we usually pass back that value to the calling uh, end, right? This is how we usually, update the value of a variable, right? Which means apply text person, and let's say apply uh, tax salary, right? So this is how we usually do. Normally salary is equal to apply tax salary, right? So we pass value as input and we get the return output and we assign that back to the that past variable, which is a workaround to do the same thing, which can simply done by using that ref keyword and a method definition and the calling end, right? So this was all about the ref keywords. Do let me know if have any other queries regarding ref keyword, and you can ask any queries in the comments. I hope you understand the ref keyword and the use cases of it. And that was all. Have a great day. Um, we'll come back with a new video on C# tutorial series. Till then, bye bye.